Hello, my name is Han Q. I'm a lecturer at Harvard School of Government, the Kennedy School. I'm also teaching at the Story School at UM6P. Today I'm here at the Africa Business School. I'm teaching in this program called the Masters in Business Analytics for Transformation. And the topic I'm focused on is descriptive analytics and communication with data. So my background is I have an extensive professional experience in the technology industry in Silicon Valley and also in journalism and media, as well as academic research in data science and network complex systems. My biggest accomplishment is that I helped to build YouTube as one of the first engineers on the startup team, and I wrote many of the code, the software code, to enable people to share and to create and to become famous through this video sharing platform called YouTube, which was acquired by Google. And I worked for Google for about 4 or 5 years after that. And so now I'm very excited to share some of those experiences and the knowledge I accumulated with the students here at the Africa Business School. We just finished a class, a 2-day class on this subject of descriptive analytics and communication with data. And I really had an amazing time sharing all the skills, all the technology, all the software tools and methodologies for data analysis and data communication through visualizations and storytelling. The students were amazing. They were very much eager to learn and acquire the skills immediately. And the good news is, I believe they will incorporate it into their daily work starting next week. So I'm very excited for them. I'm very impressed by how much we cover in just 2 days. And normally, I would take about 2-3 months to teach this class at Harvard. But in just 2 intense days, we were able to share and to able to develop these skills for the students. Among the most important things that they learn, I believe, is how to unlock the value of the immense vast of data that's sitting in their organizations. How do we turn that data into valuable insights? And how do we make and generate action into from the data to improve the performance and efficiency and effectiveness of the entire organization? That was, I think, one of my happiest moments, to see them develop this ability and this human capital to become change makers as a result of the technical skills, but also the storytelling skills to create narratives for change. When I worked at YouTube, I learned many important skills of a startup environment. And then when I moved to Google, I developed brand new skills of how to operate and have influence in a big corporation. And finally, when I do research at Harvard at the Berkman Klein Institute, I realized the professional ethics and the value of being able to understand the societal impact of data and data usage and data services such as AI. And it's all very important to have these standards and to know how to be effective in multiple stages of your career, in multiple settings. And I was able to share with some of the students how to best understand the context and apply data skills for their work. So first, let's begin with YouTube as a startup. At YouTube, we have to understand what is bringing about, what is the factor that's driving the success of a startup that's very limited in resource. So in the class, I emphasize and train the students to look for leading indicators, to understand the relationship between two types of activities, two types of outcomes, to understand the causation of variable X to variable Y, and how they can use that data analysis to extract this insight that they should focus on the key drivers and utilize the limited resources in a very intelligent, in a very effective, in a very productive way. For this program, my sense is that the students are very much active in the front lines of digital transformation. Unlike other academic classes I've taught, where the students are still not yet working in organizations or pretty far removed from building the infrastructure for analytics and decision making. These students will take the skills they are learning and apply it immediately for their whole team the very next Monday, or even this afternoon, they told me, in the way they use the data and put it into the software. When I designed this class, I purposefully tried to make it interactive and hands-on, because when you think about data, it's very noisy. It's not actionable. It's actually overwhelming when you have too much data. So I structured the class and divided it into two different topic areas for 2 different days. Day 1 was about understanding the statistics and how to use statistical methods to extract signal from the noise. And we learned to understand how to capture the data, how to analyze and interpret the data, and how to create a perspective or narrative from the data. The second day, we focused on more the storytelling, on how to make visual charts, graphs, and dashboards. But that's not enough. I emphasized to them, the story comes alive when you add a second layer on top of the visualizations, on top of just the bar charts or pie charts or line graphs or the maps. I emphasize that you have to continue working on those visualizations and dashboards to add in the highlights, to add in annotations, to have very powerful titles that summarize your recommendations. And having these skills from a design perspective makes you such a better storyteller, because the people, the end users who can see these charts immediately grasp your message. So data can help inform decision making. But my sense is that you can't be 100% data driven. So I emphasize to the students that the data itself does not make better decisions. It's the way you interpret and advocate for the data to compose a story that will lead to some positive change. That is what you need to develop. These skills are fundamental to any data scientist, any analytics professional, any business intelligence operation. I really enjoy explaining my teaching methods and the skills that we cover in this class. And if you're interested in learning these skills and studying in this program, I think it's a great idea. I think you'll gain so much in a very short period of time. And of course, you'll have a lot of fun coming to UM6P. I love to be here, and I think you will too.